Friday afternoon, everyone. This is Corey here with Zero Meter Chasers. Wanted to jump in here, give you guys a quick update. It is 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central. And what you guys are looking at right here is a winter weather advisory. This is issued by the National Weather Service earlier this afternoon. It includes portions of central Kentucky and portions of eastern Kentucky, particularly the Bluegrass region. Frankfort, Lexington, Richmond, Stanford, all the way down to Lebanon, Liberty, Columbia, Greensburg, Campbellsville is all included in that winter weather advisory. And that winter weather advisory is in effect for another 12 hours, and that is primarily due to the possibility of snowfall accumulations between 1 to 2 inches in this area for the remainder of the evening into the overnight hours. So, real quick, let's go ahead and look at the radar. I want to give you guys an idea of kind of what's going on. Right now, we're looking at primarily rainfall across much of central Kentucky. Not going to rule out the possibility of some snow mixing in places. Right now, looking at current temperatures across the state. Pretty much everybody above freezing. One of the lowest points right now is LaRue County. They are at 34 degrees, just above 34. Marion County is checking in at 36, right there around Lebanon. We get down here to the Bengal Mesonet site. That's going to be right on the Greene-Taylor County line. They are at 38 degrees. Southern Greene County is at 39. Adair County is at 39. Bowling Green checking in anywhere between 38 and 39 degrees. Elizabethtown, 35. We go a little bit further north into the Bluegrass region where those temperatures are going to be in the middle 30s, 37, 36, 35 showing up. So everybody in central Kentucky is still above freezing right now. Those temperatures are gradually dropping, especially as this rainfall is moving in. And what's happening is this rain that's moving into central Kentucky, heavier in spots. That heavier rainfall is pulling down some cooler temperatures from the upper atmosphere. That's called dynamic cooling. And when that happens, we will gradually start to see that rain change over to some snow. There will be some snowfall accumulations. Again, the Bluegrass region is going to be the main area for snowfall accumulations tonight. Anywhere east of I-65 has a chance at snowfall accumulations, but I think based off the latest data and some of the radar trends that I'm looking at here over the past couple hours, I think the best chance for snowfall accumulation is going to probably be just to our east in that Bluegrass region. The area that I think that has the best chance for snowfall accumulation is probably going to be somewhere in this area right here that I circled. So that's going to be just north of Taylor County, just north of Greene County. LaRue, Marion, Washington, Nelson could get in on that activity between the 1 to 2 inches. I think this is the best area for snowfall accumulation. I know that hurts a lot of people's feelings, especially people that like snow. Some people hate snow, so this is joy to some people's ears. But this is how this system is evolving and how it's set up. It's kind of not the best snowfall maker for our area. Probably one of the better situations that we've had this year so far, but still not the best situation to be in as far as snow unless you live kind of in this circled area here, which is the Bluegrass region of Kentucky. So I'll show you guys a couple of the modeling data real quick. We'll start with the HRRR model just so you guys can kind of give you guys an idea of what to expect during the overnight hour and kind of what some of the data is showing. So this is the HRRR model, and this is 6 o'clock Central Time, which is right now. That's kind of what we're looking at based off the current radar. So what the HRRR model is forecasting right now is kind of what the radar looks like. Pretty much the same thing I said initially. We're seeing a lot of rainfall here in central Kentucky, but not going to rule out the possibility of a few isolated snowflakes mixing in. And right here where those blues are at is probably the locations that I would think there could be some snowfall mixing in, especially around LaRue County where that temperature is down to 34 degrees. So we definitely could see some snowflakes mixing in across some of these areas that's blue right now. But as we progress throughout the next couple hours here, we're going to see that snow kind of pick up a little bit. This is 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock. So we really don't fully change over to snow here in the Greene-Taylor surrounding county area till around 9 o'clock Central Time. 10 o'clock, we're all snow, 11 o'clock. And then by 11 to midnight, that snow and precipitation shield has moved off to the east over there in eastern Kentucky. You see over here in Somerset, I-75 corridor picking up on some of that moderate to heavy snowfall, but then it quickly exits. We could see some isolated snow shower activity throughout the day tomorrow. You see over here in western Missouri, western Kentucky tomorrow around 9 a.m. We see some snowfall activity start to pick up, so we definitely could see some more snowfall activity tomorrow as well. Could be a dusting if you see, some of the heavier snowfall activity. Great report there. Thank you, Casey. Snowing on Lincoln Parkway now, so that's exactly what I was talking about. If there's going to be an area where you're going to see snow, it's going to be around that Hodgenville, LaRue County area where the temperature's already dropped to 34 degrees. So if you live in LaRue County, definitely the snowfall accumulation probably on the increase. I say I can't even talk right now. I'm getting excited for LaRue County. I'd say LaRue County is a good bet for at least an inch tonight, being that their temperatures have already dropped to 34 degrees and they're already seeing snowfall. So we'll start to gradually see more snow. That temperature will continue to drop. That's when your accumulation will start once the ground temperature gets below freezing. As far as HRRR model, as far as accumulation, again, it's very, very spotty. Excuse me. And the reason it's spotty is for the same reason I just mentioned just a few seconds ago. The heavier precipitation rates is actually pulling down cooler air from the upper atmosphere. In order for you to see snowfall, you have to have those temperatures drop cold enough for snow. And the only way you're going to see that is when the heavier precipitation rates brings that cooler air down from the upper atmosphere. That's why you see the heavier amounts. And this is just, I'm not saying the HRRR model, what you're seeing here is not exactly what's going to happen. It kind of gives you an idea. There's going to be some locations that might see, up to 2 inches, and then you might drive a couple miles to the south, you might not see nothing. So it's going to be kind of isolated in nature, very sporadic. As you see on the HRRR model, as you progress to the east, the snowfall coverage picks up. So the closer you get to that I-75 corridor, the better chance you're going to have for seeing snowfall accumulations between 1 to 2 inches. So between I-75 and I-65, it's going to be very sporadic. It's really going to depend where those heavier rates are, where those cooler temperatures end up, and where those heavier snow bands kind of evolve here over the next couple hours. The RAP model, again, another short-term model that we look at, pretty similar in what we're looking at here. Same situation. We're looking at heavy rain, or I wouldn't say heavy, but moderate rainfall activity across much of central Kentucky. Snow mixing in. This is pretty much on the money here, right there around the LaRue County, West Kentucky Bluegrass Parkways. Again, that seems to be the battling zone here in central Kentucky is those parkways, but this is pretty much right on the money where that snow changes over first. Then as we progress into the evening hours, the rain slowly changes over to snow, but the southern part of this kind of stays more rain. The warmer air kind of sticks in there, and then as that moves to the east, the precipitation shields move to the east, pretty much everything changes over to snow. That's where you're going to get your better snowfall accumulation. Again, same thing, snowfall accumulation map. Again, this is a 10 to 1 ratio. 10 to 1 snowfall ratio. This does not account any melting because the ground is going to be above freezing. So a lot of this is going to, melt. So we're looking at, maybe an inch in spots, but again, it's going to be very sporadic in nature between I-65 and I-75, okay? And so that's slowly going to change over to snow here over the next couple hours. So again, not the best situation to be in tonight. The best chance for snowfall accumulation, again, we'll change it over here to the radar. Again, the best chance for snowfall accumulation, in my opinion, is going to be somewhere in this area right here, the Bluegrass region. Let me redo that. Give me a better pin. I might even include some of LaRue County here. Maybe something like this, somewhere in this area. But it's going to be in the Bluegrass region. So that's going to be your probably Nelson County, Marion County, Washington, all the way up to Lexington, Madison County, Richmond's going to be in that as well, and points to the north and east. All of eastern Kentucky probably going to be getting on the action of, at least 1 to 2 inches. So, better setup's going to be in the Bluegrass region. But as far as Green Taylor County, we're probably not looking at anything significant. A dusting up to an inch at best. That's kind of what I'm looking at here for the Green Taylor County area and points to the south. So I wish I had some better news for you guys as far as the snow setup. But I will say this. I will say this, it's always my rule to not really talk about future storms, okay, until we get past the current one. So I'm not going to mention specific details just yet. But as soon as this system moves out, you guys are going to want to log into my page first thing in the morning, because we do have a system next week that, if you like snow, looks very promising. Probably our best chance for accumulating snowfall this season so far. So if you like snow, don't give up hope. We're getting ready to enter a pattern that significantly and historically has given us accumulating snowfall. So hang in there. If you like snow, cross your fingers. All hope's not lost. But as far as 2 inches that anybody would like, probably not going to happen. That's probably going to be here in this area that I have circled here. But we're going to keep a close eye on things tonight. If there's anything that involves any updates that I need to give you guys, we'll hop back on here and do a live. Again, the area that I've got circled here, best chance for 1 to 2 inches. If you're not in this little circle here that I have just put on the map, you're probably looking anywhere between the dusting up to an inch. So very, very light snowfall event, and was never a big deal to start with. I thought we had a little bit better of a potential earlier in the week, or I guess I should say a couple of days ago. It looked a little bit better. Healthier is the word I used. But kind of based off the information that has evolved this afternoon, doesn't look like an overly big deal at all, with the exception of this area I have circled here. That's just a general area. You could, move it around just a little bit if you wanted to. But we'll keep an eye on things tonight. If there's any updates that we need to give you guys, we'll obviously do that. But you guys stay weather tonight. If you're out traveling, just use extra caution. I'm sure there'll be some slick spots. Those temperatures are going to drop. I forgot what the overnight low is. We're looking at a low of 31 tonight, not too bad. 15 degrees is the low tomorrow, and then 8 is the low Monday night. So it's going to get cold, and like I said, there is a storm next weekend that we are tracking very, very closely. Has a lot of potential with it. So you guys enjoy your Friday night. Stay safe if you're out there traveling, and I'll keep you guys updated as we progress throughout the night. Thank you, guys.